Pride is one of the most controversial personality traits a person can have, with such split opinions and different levels of it, but in Dragon Ball, nobody demonstrates the epitome of pride better than Vegeta. From day one, Vegeta exemplified the embodiment of confidence and ego, being the descendant of royalty and really never having his true strength be tested until he met Goku, that is. The story of Dragon Ball has been a long and humbling experience for Vegeta, going from a power-hungry Saiyan working under Frieza, caring nothing about any other form of life other than his own, to an honest family man who never once lost his sense of rivalry, but growing into a man on Earth taught him lessons he could never imagine. The prince of a legendary race, constantly surpassed by a low-class warrior who was meant to serve under him, Vegeta eventually grew to understand that Goku's strength came from the will to protect and the purity of solely wanting to grow stronger, which eventually he demonstrated as well, and these two mortal Saiyans went on to save the universe multiple times, even in the face of certain erasure, to the point where they even have been recognized by the superiors of the multiverse, the gods themselves. But not all gods live under the absolute laws of the universe. Even the Grand Priest and Zeno himself make mistakes. Myrno, the former angel of Universe 13, a story we've been following up for quite some time now, has shown himself after eons of hiding, popping up in Universe 7 as if he's been there the whole time. This is the strongest angel in existence, possibly even rivaling the Grand Priest himself for all we know, as his knowledge and power exceed far beyond Whis and the rest of the angels, and his first targets are Goku and Vegeta. Myrno has already made quick work of Goku, sending him to an undisclosed location in the middle of nowhere, but his escape when the Grand Priest arrives was anything but frantic. As Whis delivers Vegeta and Pan back to Earth, upon returning to his home, Vegeta is greeted by none other than Myrno himself, who's been waiting for his arrival ever since he fled from Beerus' planet. Now, with no one else around, no civilians, no Z-fighters, no gods, Vegeta is forced to face Myrno on his own, as Myrno is determined to see the true power and significance of this universe. If you guys are enjoying this fan manga and want to check out Dragon Ball Super Kai for yourselves, the link will be down below in the description box as always, and if you want to see the continuation of the Universe 13 saga, be sure to have that notification bell turned on to never miss an upload. Also, if you're a die-hard Dragon Ball fan and want to see even more of this type of content, consider leaving a like on this video as well, and follow me on both Twitch and Twitter to keep up with me and all anime related content. But without further ado, Myrno has done God knows what with the civilians of West City, as he wastes no time engaging Vegeta in a battle, starting with a devastating attack that levels a portion of the city. My, do I have your attention now, Vegeta? Myrno asks, taking pleasure in the terror he's causing Vegeta from devastating the city. I wonder where all of the people went, along with that lovely Boma of yours. Do you think you can save them, I wonder? Coming here and invading my home is one thing, but snuffing out all of the innocent people who had nothing to do with this and did nothing wrong, along with my wife, is something I swear you'll regret. So if you're looking for the strongest this universe has to offer, then look no further, Angel, Vegeta says angrily. I really don't care if you're stronger than me. That doesn't change the fact that I'll smash you to pieces. So prepare yourself for the true power you've been searching for, Myrno. Vegeta roars as his power erupts, and he transforms immediately into Super Saiyan Blue, knowing he has no time to half-ass in this fight. Whoa, starting off with blue, are we? Myrno says as he shows little regard to Vegeta's transformation. This is disappointing, but go ahead and try, I guess, he says, further degrading Vegeta's power. I must tell you, Vegeta, you must know that even with all this effort, you simply won't win, Myrno says ominously, as, for the first time ever, we see an angel become battle ready as he takes off his cloak, tossing it to the side, telling Vegeta, well, since you're turning it up a notch, I guess it's only manners if I do as well. Might I remind you that everything is riding on your strength to best me here. In order to see your wife and kids again, if you fail, then their blood is on your hands. Having heard enough, Vegeta charges right in, cursing Myrno, demanding he leave his family out of this as the battle begins, but Myrno effortlessly dodges Vegeta's attack, telling him, whoa, slow down there, Vegeta. "You can't hurt me if you can't hit me," he taunts. Vegeta doesn't let up, however, as he tries everything he can to at least touch Murno, who, much like Whis, maneuvers around him with such ease and grace. "Wow, if this is the best Super Saiyan Blue can do, then I really am disappointed," Murno says as he separates himself from Vegeta by a few meters, resetting the fight. But as Vegeta begins to charge in again, he's met with an elbow as Murno slips through a portal again, stopping him in his tracks, telling him, "How do you expect to win when you can't even pay attention, you trash mortal?" Murno continues to abuse his portals to beat up Vegeta, making sure to keep telling him how easy this is. "It's not a surprise to see that you're struggling," Murno says as he makes a portal in each of his hands. "I can still sense quite a bit of fight in you, however, so let's see if you can handle this, mortal," he says as he unleashes a relentless flurry of attacks through the portals that Vegeta is barely able to block. Murno is continuously pushing Vegeta into a corner, taunting him, telling him to show him that raw, untapped power that will surely save his family, because that is what's on the line here. "I've had enough of your games, creature. I will spill your blood if it's the last thing I do," Vegeta roars, reaching his snapping point from these taunts and onslaught from Murno as his anger explodes. "Take this," he says as he swings a ferocious punch through Murno's own portal, connecting cleanly with the angel and actually sending Murno flying through a house. Vegeta, not only exhausted but battered and bruised after all of those attacks from Murno, huffs, telling Murno, "Looks like I got you." When we see Murno, however, this is the first time he's actually visibly taken damage, as he's even bleeding a little bit, commending Vegeta for using his own portals against him. "How impressive," he says. As Murno rises back to his feet, however, it would once again seem that he's completely unaffected, but remains impressed as he tells Vegeta that "This is exactly what I wanted to see from you, mortal. This is your strong point, but funny enough, I can still sense quite a bit of holding back from you, Vegeta. I'm growing impatient. I know you possess it. Release your full power just like you just did. The way you fight, if you can read your opponent's next move in battle like you just did, you can surpass them, because unlike Goku, your strikes are cold and brutal, and each one is meaningful. You have the will to kill rather than spare." "Now," Murno says, getting back into fighting stance, "we still have a little bit of time left before Whis shows up, so let's do our best now. I want you to hit me with everything you've got, mortal. I want to see the true powers of a Saiyan God." "So you want everything I've got? If you really want to see the depths of a true Royal Saiyan's power, then don't move. Stay right where you are," Vegeta roars as he gets into a familiar stance, and then his energy begins to erupt as he raises his power to staggering heights. "Don't move," Vegeta says as he brings his hands together for probably his most devastating attack, the Final Flash. "Oh wow, okay," Murno says, looking pleased at Vegeta's attempt this time. "You still have enough energy for a Final Flash? I'm impressed, Vegeta, really. This should be interesting." Vegeta shows shock briefly for Murno having no hesitations about challenging this attack head on, but Vegeta warns him not to underestimate the power of a Saiyan. Vegeta then releases a full-powered God Key enforced Final Flash as the ginormous beam shrouds the entire city in its light directly at Murno. However, Murno, even in the face of Vegeta's largest attack, simply says, "This is too easy," as he simply makes a portal big enough that it engulfs Vegeta's entire beam, vanishing into who knows where. A cold sweat begins to overcome Vegeta as he says, What? Impossible. He got rid of my Final Flash with such ease. What am I supposed to do now?" Murno smirks at Vegeta, telling him, "Now, that was good enough, I guess, but do you see what I mean now, Vegeta? You have absolutely no chance of winning. You are hopeless. This isn't over though, I was just starting to have fun, so let's continue." But Vegeta has given it literally everything he has with that last attack, looking almost completely exhausted, but there is still one form he's yet to take on that could at least allow him to survive long enough for Whis to arrive. However, what lengths is Murno willing to go in order to bring this phenomenal power out of Vegeta?